The moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived.
Hello everyone, Wildfire00972 here, and welcome back to the Pearl Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we fought off Cyrus and Team Galactic right up here at the Spear Pillar. And in this episode, we are going to square off against the Pokemon we just freed from the clutches of the Red Chain. But before we start, I want to start off by showing that while I was training, I did go stock up on Ultra Balls and Net Balls. Because, here's my tactic. I'm going to start off with a simple Quick Ball. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just start throwing Net Balls at it. And if all 20 of those fail, if I can even live through the fight that long, then I'll just start throwing Ultra Balls at it. It's not the best plan, but it's a plan nonetheless. So, I guess we should go ahead and see if I can shove a 13-foot 9-inch monstrosity of spatial being and shove it into an object relative size of a baseball. All you have to do is walk forward and the fight will automatically commence. It's all come down to this. And here we go, versus Palkia, the Spatial Pokemon. Palkia is at level 47, coming with the ability Pressure. Makes it so that moves will take 2 PP to use instead of just 1. And it's going to come with the moves Water Pulse, Ancient Power, Dragon Claw, and Spatial Rend. So I'm going to start off with the simple Quick Ball and see how much good this will do. It probably won't catch it, but we'll see either way. It shook once, something. And Palkia is using Spatial Rend. This is a pretty powerful move. It's its signature move, so let's see how much it does. Yikes. That did do a lot. Excuse me. I think I'll just go ahead and chuck a Net Ball at it. See if I can catch it. Oh, we actually did it! Holy cow. That was a pretty disappointing fight. All that build-up for nothing. Well, I feel ashamed. Whatever. Palkia, the Spatial Pokemon. It is said to live in a gap in the spatial dimension parallel to ours. It appears in mythology. Well, okay, we caught Palkia. My encounter for the Spear Pillar. I'll go ahead and name this thing... Well, it is a water type. And watermelons are normally associated with the color pink and all candies and stuff. So I think watermelon fits. I feel a little ashamed that I couldn't show off Palkia's true raw power. But, what can you do? Alex, I don't know how... You were magnificent, truly, you were incredible. I've lived for 60 years, but I've never been thrilled like this.
Since the last time the professor did a lot of research, he became very concerned about you, Alex. So he came out to a place as treacherous as this. Alex, I'm so glad you're safe. Let's go home.
Yes, let's finally go home. I want to go to bed. No one has the right to take away anyone's future or anyone's world. You got that right, Professor Rowan. Now, before you leave, you may have seen, while you were standing about here, about to fight Palkia, there's an item back there. So, I think we should go get that item. Now, if you were playing Pokemon Diamond, it would be a different item, and if you were playing Platinum, this item wouldn't be here at all. But, since we're playing Pearl, you will pick up the Lustrous Orb. The Lustrous Orb, if I can go down and see it, I'm in the wrong pocket. I'm going the wrong way. It is essentially Palkia's special signature item. It will boost the power of dragon and water type moves. So it's essentially the Dragon Fang and the Mystic Water combined, if it was for Palkia only. So if you were to give this to another Pokemon, I don't think it would do much of anything, really. So, let's go ahead and check out Palkia's Pokédex entry. I never really did show off the Pokédex, which has really been updated since the previous generation. Now you have a scroll thing here. I'm just moving my stylus around, you can't really see it. But it's really been improved and it's really cool. And here's Palkia. I already showed off its Pokédex entry. The area, it's unknown. There was only one here at Spear Pillar. You can move this around to show when Pokemon appear in the morning, in the day, and at night, which is a pretty neat feature. Here's Palkia's Cry. You can do a pan, which I really don't know what it does. You can add filters to it, like a reverb, which is kind of like a echo kind of thing. Or you can add a filter that makes it sound all muffled. It's pretty cool. And if you're really obsessed with the Pokemon's Cry, you can put it on repeat. I know I should have shown this off in like the first episode or so, but it's a feature that I don't really think about, and it takes a whole chunk of time, and this is the time where I want to show it, because I did not expect that fight to be so easy. Oh, and one thing I forgot. If you hold that little spinner thing at the bottom while the Cry is playing, you can actually slow it down. And you're welcome for the nightmares. And here you can compare the size and weight of a Pokemon compared to you. I'm apparently 4'8", which is a flat out lie. I haven't been that short since high school. And the weight check, you can see I'm much lighter than Palkia. Yeah. And if you get like a really heavy Pokemon like Steelix, you'll go flying. Like literally. I'll show you in just a sec. And here's Palkia's only form. This will show off if a Pokemon has different forms, like gender. But this really wasn't fully implemented until Platinum, when Giratina and Shaman got alternate forms, and so did Rotom. This was mainly for gender purposes. And I want to show you a real heavy Pokemon. Let me find Steelix. There it is. I know this is kind of a side thing, but I need to waste some time somehow, so let's go ahead and just show it off. Look at Steelix is 30 feet tall, and weight check. Whee! Ah, my neck! Yeah, it weighs nearly over 10 times my weight, so it literally sends me flying. Whee! Ah, my neck! Okay, sorry. And as you can see here, I've seen male and female Steelix. If you can't tell the difference, male Steelix have more teeth. Okay, I've wasted more of your time than necessary. I really shouldn't have caught Palkia that easily. So, I'll waste a little more time just by saying what we can do next. I'm gonna go ahead and activate a Super Repel so we can get out of here. I could use an escape rope, but that's the coward's way out. So I'll just activate a Super Repel, and I just want to talk to you guys. I haven't really, talked in a while. I've really just been doing game commentary. I haven't, really talked. But before I start talking, you may be asking, what do we do now? We caught Palkia, the main Pokemon of the game. What's left for there to do? Well, other than going to get the last gym badge and go fight the Elite Four, that's the main priority. But you gotta be thinking, there's gotta be something else. The game just can't end there, can it? Well, you don't know that. I could stop the challenge right here if I wanted to. There actually is something we could do. You remember how we freed the Lake Spirits a couple episodes ago from Team Galactic's building? Yeah, I don't remember either. But the point is, we can go fight them. Yeah, we can actually go challenge the Lake Spirits and see if we can catch them. That's one of the things we'll be doing next. It probably won't be the next thing although it probably will be. It's not a major thing. It's kind of like a side quest, congratulating you for getting this far. And it is a good chance to get your Pokédex filled up, which I will try to do. So what am I doing? And I just want to say, the lake spirits can either be real easy or real pain to catch. You'll see why when we get there. I'm trying to decide, should I do like all 3 lake spirits in one video, or should I separate them? I don't know, you guys tell me, what would you like to see? All 3 lake spirits in one video, or separate them as I've been doing, like for the earlier videos? Because I want to hear your guys' opinion. Because I can do whatever I want, but if what I want doesn't particularly favor what you want me to do, then let me know, because I'd like to hear what you want me to do. So, we're almost out of Mount Coronet, and we can finally go see Palkia, or Watermelon as I called him. And yeah, we'll go from there. The next required thing is to go get our last gym badge, which you may be asking, where is it, if you haven't played this game before, and I'll show you, don't worry. But, first things first, we have to see Palkia now. After all this time, and a very disappointing fight, we can finally see the mascot of Pokémon Pearl. Watermelon, I mean, Palkia. Alright, caught it on a netball, way easier than I expected. An impish nature, I don't remember what that does, to be frankly honest. I'm gonna have to check real quick, give me one quick sec, gotta pull up my list. Looks like it raises defense but lowers special attack. That's probably not the best thing for a Palkia, but who knows, maybe raised defense is a good thing. Maybe it is good to be more defensive than offensive. And before you ask, no, I will not be using Palkia right away. It is way too overpowered, it is not fair for the rest of the game, and it wouldn't pose that much of a challenge. It would pretty much mop the floor with everything. Palkia only has one weakness, which is Dragon. And, hold on, I should explain what I'm doing. I do want to go see Palkia off in battle, because it should make up for the fact that I really didn't show it off in an actual battle. So, again, it's not permanent, I just want to show off all its moves and stats and such. And my Repel wore off in perfect timing, I must say. So, let's just go up here to Route 207 and show off some of Palkia's natural abilities. Alright. I know I'm getting off at a lot of tangents. I know I said I'd be talking to you, and I'd be showing you where to go next, and what I should do about the lake spirits. I know, but one thing at a time, okay? Palkia is the most important thing in this episode, and all that time and effort I spent putting in the beginning of the video, yeah, I think it's worth it. So, Palkia does know Water Pulse, which is good for confusing enemies if you need it. And what's cool about Palkia is that if you have it, you pretty much have an HM slave. It can learn Surf, and another HM will be getting fairly soon that's required to beat the game. And in fact, I think it can learn all HMs. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. So you've pretty much got a free HM slave. So I want to show off Dragon Claw now, how awesome of a move that is. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Palkia. I'll show off Spatial Rend, and it'll probably be the last thing I show. Ancient Power is not really all that special. I guess you can call Palkia a very special Pokemon indeed. Well, I tried to think of a good pun for that, but it didn't work. Well, I guess you can call Spatial Rend a very special Rend. Now would be the good time to laugh and or shoot me, but since that wasn't all that funny, I guess you don't need to laugh. Alright, I used Ancient Power just because it's a Zubat, it needs to die. Alright, Watermelon, he's pretty powerful, I must say. And last thing I'll show off is Spatial Rend, Palkia's signature move. If you had Dialga with you, it would have something along the lines of, I want to say Iron Tail, it's probably not Iron Tail, and it would have Roar of Time, which is pretty much the Dragon Dialga equivalent of Hyper Beam. It does 150 damage, but you have to charge on the next turn. So, yeah. Kinda high risk, high return kind of thing. It looks like it'd have Metal Claw, not Iron Tail, okay. So, that's pretty much it for Palkia. I mean, I don't think I really need to show off anything else. So, why don't we go ahead and see where we're supposed to go next, huh? After we get out of this next fight against the very pointless Kricketot. Alright. You have it your way. I'm flexible. Alright. So, you may be asking, where the heck do we go next? I know it's probably just burning up inside how much you want to know. So, again, we have one of two options. We can go to the 3 lakes, Valor, Verity, and Acuity, and go catch the lake spirits, not necessarily in that order. Or we can head east of Lake Valor and head to Route 22 to Sunny Shore City. That is one of 2 options that we have. But I think I will go catch the lake spirits next. I've been giving it a little thought, and I'm kind of on this legendary streak, per se. Legendary Pokemon catching drive, and I want to get them out of the way. So, I think that'll be next. So, I don't think there's really much else left to do. I guess I could talk a little bit. I mean, I said I'd talk to you guys. So, how have you been doing? I've been doing real well. I recently played New Super Luigi U. It's a pretty fun game. It actually adds a bit of challenge. And I've actually beaten it 100%, more or less. And I've really been excited for Pokemon X and Y. All the Pokemon they've introduced I've been really excited for, and the Mega Evolutions don't even get me started. When I saw the Mega Evolutions for the Kanto starters, I about, messed myself. I was so excited to see the Kanto starters returning in a new fashion. And I was so excited I went out, that day or so and went ahead and pre-ordered them. Because that got me excited. Not a lot of things get me excited. Well, except for playing games and watching a lot of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And yeah, I've been watching that show too, and it's quite hilarious. If you haven't seen it yet, go on YouTube and look up Whose Line Is It Anyway? I guarantee you will need a rib replacement as soon as you finish watching it. That, or you may need to push your gut back in place from laughing so hard. Okay, I think that's enough for now. We actually caught Palkia, and we know our next objective is to go to the lakes, and then go to Route 222 in Sunny Shore City. And that's what we'll do next time. So, if you like what you watched, give a thumbs up to the video, comment on what you liked and didn't like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you next time, whenever we go fight the lake spirits. And again, let me know if you want to see all 3 in one video, or 3 separate videos, one for each lake spirit. So, I will see you then.